Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And we had a short live stream about half an hour ago on the channel, and we met Patrick and Davy, and they're on their way tomorrow to Uppington to deliver a huge amount of food to over 50 starving and desolate farming families. It's very, very sad what's happening in that part of South Africa. And we'll be covering that event live on Wednesday and on Thursday. Now let's get back to the subject of this video. It's becoming very clear that the police in Johannesburg and Pretoria were aware a couple of weeks ago of what was happening with the impending xenophobic attacks, and yet did little to plan to actually counter them. The Johannesburg cluster of police crime intelligence said the intelligence of the imminent xenophobic attacks was escalated to their superiors 2 days before the violence flared up, but now believe, given the inaction by relevant units, their information was probably ignored. Meanwhile, an induna at a Johannesburg hostel has confirmed to the paper that together with his counterparts from other hostels, they were aware of the imminent violence and that there was no way the police could have missed such information. The source within the cluster unit said, "The guys, including their crime intelligence cluster commander, are not happy that the information out there suggests that they did not do their work. Yes, information was picked up late on Friday and was immediately relayed to the commander, who is also saying that he was emailed relevant counterparts so they could act accordingly. It cannot be the unit's problem that relevant units and resources were not ready for any kind of violent eruption. Ours is to gather information, pass it on so that the appropriate action can be taken, lives be saved, and properties be secured." Police spokesperson Brigadier Vishnu Naidu described the violence as spontaneous and that it stemmed from a flat that was burnt by a jealous lover. He said the attackers were opportunistic animals. Asked about the failure to act on the intelligence provided on the attacks, Naidu said, "Intelligence is classified and privileged information, which I am not prepared to discuss publicly. Whosoever provided you with such information is in contravention of the Intelligence Act." Isn't it wonderful how they hide behind these little laws that protect them from stuffing up? Manyatela Mvelazi, an induna at Volhuta Hostel in Jeppystown, said as soon as he was made aware of the pamphlets pasted on hostel walls, he knew that trouble was coming. How can police miss that? He showed the paper a copy of the pamphlet attributed to the Sisonke People's Forum, which urged hostel dwellers to join a shutdown aimed at taking out foreign nationals who were taking our jobs and to shut down drug dealers' places. However, it was clear that foreign nationals should not be fought, but we must tell business owners that we want our work back, he said. Mvelazi believed it was that piece of A4 paper that incited the violence. He said, "When you tell frustrated people to take back their country, you're calling for violence. Yes, the paper did not say go beat people up and loot, but behind the scenes there was a bigger mobilization aimed at making the whole protest more impactful. Otherwise, people would not just wake up and decide to pounce on businesses, foreign-owned or not." Mvelazi said hostels were teeming with thousands of frustrated, unemployed people who live in horrible conditions and that they are perfect tools and manpower for anarchists. He said, "Our people are fed up, not skilled and jobless. They live in squalor, and right now they're being used as scapegoats. Zulus and hostel dwellers are always to blame for the violence, when they're actually used as tools of anarchy by saying to them what affects them directly is the reason they should go on the rampage." Mvelazi said the living conditions in the hostels were not helping. He said, "They are hungry and hopeless. They actually support anything as long as they will come back home with something. And once you mention the much sought-after jobs, there is no way they won't go with you." He condemned the violence, but said he was not happy that foreign nationals were preferred for jobs over South Africans. He said, "The people here are angry at the government that seems to care more about the interests of others. A lot of crime happens here at the hostel, and nothing is ever done. Our people watch as people from outside the country grab work opportunities, get into business, while the locals are left on the sidelines with government doing nothing about it." He was adamant that despite the claim, the recent attacks were definitely not the last. "People are frustrated," he said. "The violence will never end, especially now when people seem to believe that our government is not doing much to address their concerns." So what he's suggesting in effect is that this is just round one of the violence in the major centres like Johannesburg and Pretoria. So I guess we all need to be on our guard. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, and above all, stay safe. Bye for now.